afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And this is a weird one for me because I just really was hunting this, really wanted to find it. And just the other day at Target, I was doing a nice old fig hunt and came across the Frosted Flakes man himself, Tony the Tiger. This is from Jada. Yeah, so from Jada Toys. Has a nice box opening here. Slam dunk, all the goodies on the inside. Definitely's got some magnets in there. Is kind of funny that here on the package it has a sticker for 6+, so I don't know if that was kind of a legal thing after the fact, or if there's something underneath this as a different age range there, but pretty funny all the same. Side of the box, action figure facts, yeah, all that good stuff. Espanolos and all that stuff. Kind of another idea of what's inside the box. Nice little action shot of Tony, and then some actual Frosted Flakes on the box there. But pretty excited to get into this. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into Jada Toys Special Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Tony the Tiger. Alright, you know, I'm looking at the packaging here. Oh, whacking my background. And I don't think this is going to be too hard, too complicated to unbox, so let's just go ahead and do it together. It's been a while since we've done an actual unboxing of the figure itself. Of course I say that, and we're having a little issues right off the bat, but that's alright. We're going to power through. There we go. Get on out of there. Very cool box. Definitely one that I can see collectors wanting to keep, but not enough room for me, even in my big old build that I got here. Got some Frosted Flakes, kind of very even 50s-ish look to them. I wonder when Frosted Flakes did come out. I'm sure they were probably a little bit after the 50s, but what do I know? Maybe I'm not the best cereal historian there. Maybe that's what's going on. But get on out of here. Come on. There we go. Get into the man himself. Oh, look at there. We got a cool little effect. Let's just do the old forward popping action. Cereal box. Fingers, thumbs, hands. Tony himself. All the good stuff. No tie downs. No tie downs, which is very nice. Oh, we got a basketball running away. We got some thumbs up. We got some pointer fingers. We got a bowl of cereal still to come. Alright. Very big bowl of cereal. Spoon hand and open hand. We are free of hands. So let's get into all of the Tiger's accessories. Plenty of them for sure. What was this? 25, I think? Maybe 30? I want to say 25, so I think that's a very fair price for this guy, just judging by the accessories that I'm seeing already. I know I think it was Entertainment Earth or Big Bad, that was like 30, 35, something like that, so it was just a little higher than I was willing to pay, plus, you know, obviously shipping, but that is that. Let's get on to the hands. Little hand here, I'm guessing this is probably holding the bowl hand, so you got a holding the bowl hand. We got a macaroni and cheese looking, I guess it's not macaroni and cheese, some flakes. It's got some flakes, and maybe even Frosted Flakes cereal there. We got some, they're great hands. Actually, this is a great hand holding a basketball. This is just a great hand regular. And then we've got some thumbs up. Oh, no, that's not a thumbs up. That's a thumbs up with the thing there. And then on him he has a C grip and a fighting fist. I guess if anybody wants to mess with old Tony the Tiger, he is ready, willing, and able to do just that. There's your bowl of cereal. Does it look like a bowl of cereal? Sure, why not? I mean, if in the context of the figure, I think it'll be pretty obvious as to what this is. If you set this down, you know, next to some other figures, maybe it's a little more convoluted as to what it is, but not a big deal at all. We do get the basketball. Obviously, it's got the peg hole ready to go. Nothing much to say about it. Would have liked a little black paint there in between the lines, but that's just being extra special there. And then we have a very cool swish effect. I do like this. So when he's got it on his finger, you can put it around there, and it gives the idea that it's spinning. So a very cool added accessory there. And then of course you've got to have for your display the Frosted Flakes box itself. Very, very cool. Over 1 million kids helped. That's nice that they put that on there with the ability to scan this code. So let's go ahead and get that in there. So if you do want, and you're at home and you want to scan, maybe that'll scan, maybe it won't. Kind of hard to tell. And then you got your nutrition facts, which it looks like they actually did scan the nutrition facts. And this is a nice hard plastic. Don't really know where you could use this. Maybe like a sideshow scale action figure. I don't think you could use this with 6-inch or anything. They would just look monstrous. But you know, you could technically use in other things. But I think I'll just display it with Tony himself. And speaking of Tony himself, let's go ahead and look at the old Tiger Man himself. Coming in hot. Very, very nice. We do have a soft goods bandana there with Tony written on it. I do appreciate that. Moving back up to the top, he's got his ears, he's got his blue nose, whiskers are a wiry plastic going on there. Blue nose, like I said. Eyes have life. Just a lot of life to this figure. It definitely pops. The ears are cool. The colors are vibrant. A decent tie job there. I don't think you have to worry about that coming off anytime soon. Hopefully you don't have any staining issues or anything like that. It does have some pretty decent, as I'm whacking the camera, some pretty decent articulation here. Oh, this one's a little stiff. I don't want to force that. So that one does not want to give. Oh, there it goes. But very, very stiff there. Little bicep action right there. Does go all around. Yep, all the way around. So that's nice. And wow, look at that. That's some serious movement there. I mean, the articulation is nice. It wasn't needed. How about the head? Yep, plenty of head. Up and down, all around, ball joint, clearly. Wasn't needed, but definitely one of those ones that they did such a good job that it doesn't stick out as being an eyesore. You know, sometimes they do it on figures and they're like, I wish you wouldn't have done that. It looks a little weird. You do have a softer plastic going on here. I wonder how that will hold up over time. Almost feels like a wrestling, like Polly Pocket style. So I'm not sure what that's about. I guess maybe for extra movement, but I think the plastic matches up nicely, so that's nice too. When you have different plastics and they actually do match up, I do appreciate that. Some up, down on the legs, all around here. No peg holes, so which I don't think you're going to have a problem making this guy stand. So let's just make him in an awkward position. And then you do have a tail on the back as well, so very nice there. And the tail even has pretty steady articulation. But let's just go ahead and put him down. See how he stands with minimal effort. Let's get at least get his feet flat and see how he stands. Yep, pretty easy. No real issue at all. But yeah, I'm digging this already, but let's go ahead and see what kind of pose we are going to do for old Tony the Tiger and decide if this figure is great or not. Alright, and there we go. We got Tony the Tiger up and ready. We got him holding the basketball. We got him holding his cereal. I will say, if I'm gonna have to give a negative, which it's only fair if we're gonna do a review, to be honest, and have to give a little bit of a downfall negative here for the hand choices. And this is what I mean by it, is every real, like, it seems like every good hand is a right hand, which, let's see here. Yeah, so every good hand seems to be right. So we got the basketball holding hand, we got the spoon holding hand as a right hand, and then we have the C grip is a right hand, which I was kind of thinking, you know, you could do the cereal box in the left hand, have him holding that over here instead of that. So really the only good hand on the left is the cereal bowl holding hand. So that's kind of a bummer. I would have liked at least a little more options there to do a little bit of changing, but yeah, that's kind of, like I said, that's kind of a small gripe, but I think it is a fair one that you're kind of limited on his left hand basically being either holding a ball or holding the cereal versus the right hand having a lot more options. But again, that's just kind of a slight overly picky thing, but I just wanted to make note of that. But wow, I mean, this is a very, very fun, a very good figure. I think they're making a Fruity Pebbles one with Barney and Fred, and that's just going to be an instant buy for me, no doubt about it. Especially seeing the quality here, and maybe even I might have to go back and maybe get that Count Chocula. After all, after seeing that at Ross all those times, maybe, just maybe, but we'll see. But at the end of the day, that is just my opinion, and I'm sure that you have yours, and I would love to hear about them in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel, as we do post new content every single day, and we are fighting the algorithm, we are fighting the YouTubes out there as we struggle to get to 1,000, but with your help, we will definitely make it before too long. But it is that time, it is time to get on out here, it is time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.